The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the heights of power. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Power is in many ways a game of appearances, and when you say less than necessary, you inevitably appear greater and more powerful than you are. Law 5. So much depends on reputation, guard it with your life. Always be alert to potential attacks and thwart them before they happen. Meanwhile, learn to destroy your enemies by opening holes in their own reputations. Then stand aside and let public opinion hang them. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. Better to be slandered and attacked than ignored. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Law 8. Make other people come to you, use bait if necessary. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy or the unlucky. When you suspect you are in the presence of an infector, don't argue, don't try to help, don't pass the person on to your friends, or you will become enmeshed. Flee the infector's presence or suffer the consequences. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never their mercy or gratitude. Law 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. Law 16. Use absence to increase strength and honor. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Too much unpredictability will be seen as a sign of indecisiveness, or even of some more serious psychic problem. Patterns are powerful, and you can terrify people by disrupting them. Such power should only be used judiciously. Law 18. Do not build a fortress to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. People who rush to the support of others tend to gain little respect in the process, for their help is so easily obtained, while those who stand back find themselves besieged with supplicants. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker, seem dumber than your mark. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic, transform weakness into power. People trying to make a show of their authority are easily deceived by the surrender tactic. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Intensity defeats extensity every time. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. Avoid ostentation. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Be the master of your own image rather than letting others define it for you. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. Conceal your mistakes, have a scapegoat around to blame. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. The bolder lie the better. Lions circle the hesitant prey. Boldness strikes fear, fear creates authority. Audacity separates you from the herd. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Law 31. Control the options, get others to play with the cards you deal. You give people a sense of how things will fall apart without you, and you offer them a choice. I stay away and you suffer the consequences, or I return under circumstances that I dictate. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. People rarely believe that their problems arise from their own misdeeds and stupidity. Someone or something out there is to blame, the other, the world, the gods, and so salvation comes from the outside as well. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has a weakness, a gap in the castle wall. That weakness is usually an insecurity, an uncontrollable emotion or need. It can also be a small secret pleasure. Either way, once found, it is a thumbscrew you can turn to your advantage. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have, ignoring them is the best revenge. Remember, you choose to let things bother you. You can just as easily choose not to notice the irritating offender, to consider the matter trivial and unworthy of your interest. That is the powerful move. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Law 38. Think as you like but behave like others. If Machiavelli had had a prince for disciple, the first thing he would have recommended him to do would have been to write a book against Machiavellism. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Anger and emotion are strategically counterproductive. You must always stay calm and objective. But if you can make your enemies angry while staying calm yourself, you gain a decided advantage. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. The worth of money is not in its possession, but in its use. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Within any group, trouble can most often be traced to a single source, the unhappy, chronically dissatisfied one who will always stir up dissension and infect the group with his or her ill ease. Before you know what hit you, the dissatisfaction spreads. Act before it becomes impossible to disentangle. 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Work on their emotions and play on their intellectual weaknesses. 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. When you mirror your enemies, doing exactly as they do, they cannot figure out your strategy. The mirror effect mocks and humiliates them, making them overreact. 45. Preach the need to change, but never reform too much at once. If change is necessary, make it feel like a gentle improvement on the past. 46. Never appear too perfect. 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, know when to stop. 48. Assume formlessness. Accept the fact that nothing is certain and no law is fixed. The best way to protect yourself is to be as fluid and formless as water. Never bet on stability or lasting order. Everything changes.